Every Wednesday outside Japan's embassy in South Korea, a contentious shared history plays out in person. A history still alive in the minds of the young.
Even though lots of time has passed since liberation, Japan hasn't settled its past issues and offered an apology.
They're here to support these women, two of the 48 surviving South Koreans who were forced into prostitution by the Japanese military during the Second World War. Japan's army used up to 200,000 Asian women in this way. The United States, a key ally to both nations, has called it a terrible violation of human rights. Kim Bok-dong was taken from her home in South Korea aged 14, told she'd be sent to a factory, instead shipped between military brothels throughout Asia.
People talk about August the 15th coming up, but for us, liberation hasn't come. Even now, we are still fighting against Japan.
Conflict between Korea and Japan goes back hundreds of years. A recent hit TV show on South Korean screens charts a repelled invasion of the 16th century. But it's Japan's 20th century record of colonial rule that dominates current relations. Koreans were forced to adopt Japanese names and language, punished in prisons if they dissented. South Korea's president has repeatedly called on Tokyo to confront its past with honesty. The catalogue of horrors carried out by Japan during the colonial period certainly explains a lot of the continued political animosity between the two countries. But that history can also be drawn on to serve present-day political differences as well. For some, South Korea has relied too much on historical grievance to build its national identity, with regular military exercises around disputed islets and a campaign to have the waters surrounding them recognized as the East Sea as well as the Sea of Japan.
If South Korea could sort of step back a little bit, it would sort of strip away the fig leaf from Japanese denialism and would really put the onus for change where it belonged.
Others say Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is refusing to deal with the Japanese military's past as he looks to free it from post-war pacifist restrictions.
The core of all this is to discard Japan's pacifist constitution and realize collective self-defense, and the starting point for all that is denying its past history of aggression.
As South Korea marks 70 years of freedom from Japanese rule, that history still bears down heavily on its national identity and its international relationships. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Seoul.